doing in this year? What are you guys gonna change for yourself this year? What the heck are you gonna change? I just need to know. It's 2020.
Feel like you can do it, though. If you feel like you can make it out of your struggle, make it out. If you feel like you can't get anything in the world, or anything in the world, go. Don't doubt yourself. And don't even let others doubt you. I got a feeling for that. Don't let others doubt you.
Life without a strategy, you're doomed.
TZ, we do everything big. You got to take that word out your vocabulary. We do everything big. So you're going to say, we're going to do these big 2 minutes. We're going to do these big couch, big interview. We're going to do man lift. Okay, TZ? This is live from the couch. Anybody out there in the world, take that word out of your vocabulary. Say big. We do everything big.
Everything big.
Date with a purpose, bro. Just don't go here fiending. Like, don't be out here just trying to be extra. Figure out what you're trying to do with your significant other, whoever it is that you're trying to date with a purpose. And don't be scared to show nudes. It ain't bad.
Don't be scared to show no. It's Tezzie, woo, on the couch, woo. It's Tezzie, woo, on the couch.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Tezzie, baby. You are watching Tezzie on the couch. Today, we have the legend, the infamous legend in the music game called, his name, Big Heff MidWest. What's going on?
Everything good? What's popping with you, Tezzie?
Nothing much. Can't complain. Like, how's the weather? How you feeling throughout this pandemic? Let's start there.
Pandemic, it's been good because I just been getting refreshed. You know, I felt like I was on the road for like 8 years straight. And like for the last 4 years, I was on the road heavy. So it was like double time. But pandemic gave me a chance to slow down, appreciate my family, take care of my household. And, I think it really increased my passion of the music and being back in the music industry. So I'm really excited for this year, especially as things start to open up. I started a label in 2019. So, it gave me a chance to focus on that. And I'm really anticipating a good year to finish this second half of the year. So, yeah, I'm excited.
Okay, I see the merch on you called Capital Structures. How is it starting a record label? Like, was it hard, difficult?
I felt like it wasn't difficult for me because it's what I do every day. And I implement some of the structure and some of the things and success stories and success energy that I have when I'm working on it with the major labels into my own imprint. And, the first thing was just finding the talent and then finding the songs that, at the end of the day, like a lot of people start labels, but do they got good music and good artists? So I think I started off, had a lot of success working with a female artist. So I ended up signing Ty Bree and doing a joint venture. And then my other artist is DJ Ryan Wolf. So, taking him from just being a DJ and an entrepreneur and then creating him into an artist as well. So I think it's going to be good, though. It's good fun. They keep me on my toes, They say they're trying to keep me young,
I'm dead. I'm so dead. So can you get an audience a little synopsis of your childhood? We're going to start there.
My childhood, like everybody's childhood, bad kid, getting into a little bit of trouble, but I was more into sports. So I was always playing something. So it was either football or basketball or whatever. And the same passion that I played with sports, and just, I think like team sports just give you like that teamwork synergy or whatever. So everybody got to play their part for us to win. And that's kind of like the same thing. Like when you running with a label or something like that, it's like the same thing. Like everybody has to play together for us to win. And, so I built a team and, it was really, me going to, and people that I've seen have some success, but, I wanted to show them like the other side.
Okay.
But childhood was definitely fun though, for sure. Like I got mad stories from being a kid, a lot of the people, you know, that I grew up with is still some of my best friends to this day, and we still hang out and, you know, create projects and stuff together.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. No doubt. So let's lead into the music industry. Where did you get your first start and how did it all happen?
So my first start is I got started, I was in a rap group, and me and my friend, we started a label and put out a project, and that just led me to making like building a lot of relationships. And then my first big break came in, it was working at Landspeed Records. So, and they had put out the first 50 Cent project. They was putting just out a lot of good underground projects that went on to be kind of like next level. So, and then like, you know, the big break came from Proof, from D12. He introduced me to the Shady Records family. And this is like the height of like Eminem's career, D12, Obi Trice, then of course the infamous 50 Cent. So, you know, that was the beginning, I guess you could say.
Okay. So I know you work at Def Jam. So how is that experience like dealing with Def Jam?
It's crazy because it has so much history and being a part of hip hop, you know what I'm saying? So when I was growing up, it was just like, that was the label that you had to be with. Like, it was like the alpha and omega of music. So that's the Jay-Z's and the DMX's. And if I go back, that's the LL Cool J's and the Public Enemies. But it was right there in the middle of like the heart of the hip hop industry, the music industry, urban entertainment. They had movies, they had Def Comedy Jam, you feel me? So it was just like, wow, you got all these things that's going on, and it all stemmed from music. So, you know, it just created a Def Jam lifestyle, and that's really what it means. It's like you can get into movies, you can, you know, they had How High, the original version of How High and all that kind of stuff. So it just inspired me. And then when I started working there, it was still like, you know, it's the Kanye's and the Big Sean's and the Jeezys and the 2 Chainses and stuff like that. So like people that we consider like cornerstones of urban music right now, you know? So, and then branching off and started developing like some of the younger acts. So, you know, you got Danny Lay and YK Osiris and, you know, and Fredo Bang. So it's just like tons of new artists that's coming up, and that's bound to be superstars as well.
Most definitely. So what do you do at Def Jam?
Artist development. I'm a regional and I do artist development. So a lot of times, you know, you'll see me on like promotional runs. You'll see me like, you know, just taking the artists to different media outlets and just showing them, you know, like the beginning steps of how to be an artist.
Okay. So have you ever had any difficult artists when it comes to artists?
They all family. So, you know, of course you have disagreements, but
Of course.
You know, when it's one big thing, you know, the goal is to win. So, you know, but yeah, so it's, of course you have a little bit of difficulty here and there, but you know, like it's Guy and some young guys' careers so they can become superstars, or young women's careers so they can become superstars. So I don't want to say difficult, but you know, we had to overcome some obstacles for sure.
Oh, most definitely. So who is your top 5 artists? It can be of all time, this generation. Who's your top 5?
Top 5 artists, Big Heff's top 5 artists. I'm gonna go with the artists that helped me throughout my career.
Okay.
So top 5 for me, and not who I necessarily listen to, but top 5 for me. So Ray Cash would be in my top 5. Machine Kelly would be in my top 5. 50 Cent would be in my top 5. Megan Thee Stallion would be in my top 5. And I'm going to say Drake.
Okay. Do you feel like hip hop now, like, because we got women hip hop is cool. Are you ready for Nicki Minaj to return to hip hop?
I like Cardi B. Cardi B's really dope. Dream Doll's really dope. Megan Thee Stallion's really dope. Ty Bree's really dope. So, I mean, I embrace the whole female movement. So, even shout out to Ruby Rose. I got a chance to work some of her records at the beginning of her career as well.
Mm-hmm.
but I'm excited for it. You know, like I think the women are definitely coming with it. You know, shout out to the City Girls and Rennie Rucci and like Mulatto. You know, Mulatto definitely she on attack mode.
She on top, yeah.
So you know, I'm excited for it all. Like all of it. You know, I think they're inspiring and they're really kind of leading the pack as far as being hungry and being genuine and expressing what they got to say.
Most definitely. So when you think of music, what do you think of?
Music is passion. Music is you know, stability sometimes. Music is uh, pressure and relieving pressure. So I think of it being like, you know, music's been with me since I was a little kid, and you know, it got a chance for me to see the world. So it got me a chance to travel, see the world, be in other countries, learn other traditions and culture. So music led me to do that. So, you know, I think if people embrace it and show it the love that it deserves, it'll show you that same love right back.
Most definitely, most definitely. So what's your favorite place you have traveled, whether it's in the United States or out the country? And why?
Favorite place that I've traveled in the country is definitely LA or Miami. One of my favorite cities is, of course, Chicago. Well, I always call like a lot of cities. San Diego is one of my favorite cities.
Oh,
DC.
see.
But one of the craziest things that I went to was I was in Nova Scotia, Canada. So that was different. You know what I'm saying? Because it was just like a whole Canadian culture. And then like being in Toronto, and you seeing like a lot of the different cultures clash as far as you would see Black people being French and English, and you know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of Korean vibes and stuff like that, which I didn't know Canada was naturally known for. And you know, one of my favorite destination spots would probably be Aruba or Cancun or Cabo, something in Mexico.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, most definitely. So can you tell us one I can never say this word, memorable moment you had that will always stay with you, being
Stay,
that being in the music industry?
which era? Which era you want to be in? That's all I gotta say. I got stories.
Which era? Huh?
Yeah. Era. I mean, you know, like one of my favorite moments really was, you know, I'm from Cleveland. I was born in Chicago, but I'm from Cleveland. So one of my favorite moments was, I think we was doing like either Winter Jam or Summer Jam or something like that for the radio station. And, you know, it was one of those things where Ray Jr. was probably headlining or they was probably headlining and just leading the way for them to walk into the arena. And, you know, just seeing two guys that I believed in when they was first starting their career, starting putting out music and stuff like that. And just watching them, like, you know, before it was like impossible for us to headline in our own city, but we built a platform and a foundation and a fan base where we could. So just leading them into the way just to be the headliners of our own city, own Summer Jam platform. That was crazy. And then the next biggest moment would probably be, you know, just watching MGK doing EST Fest and, you know, putting out his own festival and headlining it, and, you know, having 14,000 people there. It was amazing to me.
That's dope. That's actually 100% dope. So when you think of, I'm gonna go back to music. When you think of music, what ring bells? You can think of the 90s era, early 2000s, or today era.
You're too young for the 90s era. What you know about the
Oh,
90s
I
era?
love the 90s. What? Hit me up with some 90s R&B, baby.
Man, music just like I said, for me, music is always, it provided a way of life for me. So, you know, the cars, the thing, my bad. So music it provided just a way of living for me. It provided me it helped me provide for my family. school, gifts, all of that kind of stuff. So like I've been doing it for so long. I feel like I'm nearly 20 years in right now. And
Oh, that's what's up.
Just, you know, and that's what it is for me. Like it's still my passion. I still wake up every day like, yo, let's get to it. I'm still making phone calls. I'm still breaking artists. You know what I'm saying? Like Megan just won 3 Grammys. So it just give me a great feeling. And like a lot of the artists I deal with, you know, they going gold and platinum like every time. So it you know, like I think like maybe it was like reflecting like on some 2008, 2009 type of stuff. I really buckled down and I was unfocused. I was just happy to be, you know, I was happy with the parties and all that kind of stuff. But I put on for my city, and I wanted to develop a support system for the artists that was coming from the city. So no matter if they was with a major label or not, you know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
you know, the Nerve DJs throughout the coastline, that shout out to Floss, shout out to EV, Tropicana, throughout the cosign era that we did. And it was just really about putting on for the city, and making sure like that we gonna have a music scene that's gonna last throughout. You know, we're not trying to do a 1-year run or 2-year run. We trying to bring it, and we want to play against it. We want to, you know what I'm saying? I want to see MGK next to Meek Mill. I want to see MGK next to Rick Ross and Drake and Diddy and all that kind of stuff. So we, you know, we doing it, you know what I'm saying? So like, it's the most artists that the city has ever had signed at one time. And I feel like it's my obligation and my responsibility to keep it going.
Okay. So since you talk about the city of Cleveland, what do you want to see next, like brought here?
I want to see a couple R&B artists get signed. I want to see.
You know, I can sing.
I want to see. I definitely want to see the development of our R&B scene. I want to see the development of a pop superstar, a couple pop superstars that come from the city, and you know, just having different media outlets. Like I'm really a supporter of our media outlets because that's some of the things that we do need to keep things going forward. And another festival, you know, a couple big things that can definitely put our artists and our music scene on the map. So, you know, shout out to NFL Draft. They definitely held it down. And, you know, I think, was it June 17th, like Ray Jr. doing another movie premiere that features a lot of Cleveland artists. And, you know, I'm real heavy into Ohio and building our music scene up. So I don't think that's ever going to leave me no matter which direction I go in. But, you know, just like today I was with T Grizzly, you know, he's from Detroit. Last week I was with Ice for Vezo, he's from Detroit. So I had a lot of success in the Detroit music scene, had a lot of just success in the Houston music scene, even dating back to like the Mike Jones, Paul Wall era and Slim Thug, and then now with Megan. And then, you know, Florida was YK Osiris, and now I'm working with on a new artist named Snot. He signed to 300. So, you know, be coming for it, man. That's all.
You know who I want to get on this show? I want to get YK Osiris on here.
You gotta wait till we get another record. Like when
most definitely.
Yeah. So yeah, for sure. That's
because I be watching him. He dope.
Yeah, that's my dog. So, you know, like YK, you know, platinum selling artist, like been with him since the start of his career, like good person, you know, we mashing. So we was on the road. One of the good moments was just seeing like Osiris. I think like the first tour was like Osiris, City Girls, and Lil Baby was headlining. So, so we did that, and then you know, came back, did the Kevin Gates tour, did a whole bunch of shows, big summer jams in between, and you know, in between that, released a lot of hit records. So Worth It, Valentine, and all that good stuff. So, you know, I think Not in this room, but he got a plaque somewhere in here too.
So what would you tell someone that's just want to break out into the music game? Like some good advice.
Good advice, man. Read, find out what type of deal that you want to do. And the main thing would be to build a team. Build a team. Like, you got to have a team around you because you can't do it by yourself.
I'm learning that now.
And, you know, as much as people be like, I don't need nobody, you do need somebody, because you need somebody to watch your back. You need somebody to make sure you get home all the time, that you're on point, that you got the information you need, but you need somebody that's going to help guide you through this crazy music industry. And so just knowing what you want, what kind of direction you want, and then building a team that can help facilitate that and help you out as an artist.
That's dope. That's dope. So since you said building a team, like, how did you go about building your team? Like, your steps?
You know
that
what?
can tell people that's new to it.
Most of my team came from just watching, being honest with you, just watching. Because I watch the way people move, how they move, what's their work ethic, if they're a stop and go type person, or if they're, you know, like me, I'm 100 miles an hour. So like, we gonna work if we gonna work. If we not gonna work, then, you know, we can be acquaintances or good, cool friends or whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna work. So,
Right.
So when you see me, you're gonna definitely see me. We're probably working 2 or 3 things at the same time, but the same goal is to, you know, we're trying to win. We're trying to, you know, so, but I really just watched everybody. And when it came down to it, like, who can I get to fill this position, this position, this position to, you know, like, you got to have, you know, we're in a content industry. So you got to have content creators. You got to have producers. You got to have, you know, a ear that's going to fit whatever sound and whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, they got to have a vision. So, you know, so I went about my team just like I'll go about just like my record. So I just like, yo, okay, who's the music person? Who's the social media person? Who's the PR person? Who's the admin person? Who's, like, you got to have all that kind of stuff.
That's dope.
I just like people that work. If you ain't working, then just watch out. Get out the way for a little bit and just let me have this other run real fast, and I'll be back.
So I'm gonna talk on the 90s. I know you was around with the East Coast, West Coast thing. Don't ask me how I know about that. I know about it.
You don't know.
I know enough, okay? But okay, in that era, let's go in that era real quick. When we think of that era, now, if the artists that passed away, we're gonna say Biggie and Tupac, if they were still alive, would they still, do you feel like they'd still be popping?
I think so. I think it would be, they would just, like, I feel like music is in, you know, we're in a generational gap right now. So, you know, like, artists would be kind of like nostalgia artists, or kind of be like where Snoop Dogg is, or kind of like how Jay-Z is. Like, you know what I'm saying? If their business and they just keep, if they stay consistent, which I think both of them were dope songwriters, dope creative people. So, you know, I think that they would be. So, but I feel like, you know, I'm always gonna bring up Cleveland stuff. So any interview
No, it's okay.
So I think like the same way, like about Avant and Bone Thugs and Harmony, you know what I'm saying? Because they was popping in the early 2000s. So it was just like, you know, like a lot of people copied and emulated their styles as far as creating songs and songwriting too.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of that. So what do you think the most important job in the music industry? Well, wait, no, not the music industry. A record label. What's the most important job?
And
Why A&R?
Because you're coming up with a game plan to like, you're seeing raw talent, and now you got the components and the concepts behind it to make it that artist come to life. And then to the marketing department or the promotions department, and then now you can facilitate that music. But I had the music first, or else it'll be all hype, all fluff, and nothing underneath it.
Oh, okay. All right. So you big hair. No dag well, you ain't single. You ain't been single all your life. Where's your girl?
Personal life is music. Music, my first love. Family's my first love. God, my first love. And then I date sometimes.
I pause. You date sometimes. What is date sometimes?
My name Heff, so this is what it is.
Not your name is Heff. You know what? I can't. I really can't deal. So, you have kids, right?
Nah, I don't got no kids. I'm about to make something though for sure. Somebody got to take the legacy over.
I ain't gonna say who you gonna have these babies, like, but I'm just saying.
I'll find somebody. They're gonna be music minded or something like that. I don't know, but no, I mean, I do. I'm a really family oriented person. Like, I grew up within a big family in Chicago. Family's been a part of me forever. So, I believe in that. So, I got
You need a dating show.
Yeah, I got a lot of nieces and nephews. So, I probably spend a lot of time with them. So people think I got kids, but nope, I don't got none.
No, I read one of your posts and you was talking about babies. I was dying. You be ridiculous. I can't. So
you ever mess up it, they ain't got no filter. I ain't got no filter.
You don't. Not at all. Not at all. So
hey,
I know you party. Like, what's your favorite drink?
I drink. It just depends on the mood and the vibe. But I've been heavy into tequila lately. I started smoking cigars right before the pandemic hit. So sometimes I drink brandy. I'm trying to look over and see what I got over there. You feel me? And when I kick it with my Rock Nation people, I'm drinking Douce, So it just depends on the mood and the vibe that I'm in. But I drink either tequila or I drink vodka. But now that I'm trying to be grown, I drink some brandy and cognac.
You don't drink mimosas?
I drink a lot of champagne for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we gotta get into these birthday parties.
It's a celebration. I feel like if you're not celebrating your accomplishments and what you work for, then and you're doing it with the people that you're working with, and you gotta do that. I think that's like one of the things, just seeing a lot of the great labels and stuff like that in the past. Like, anytime it was a victory, then they celebrated that because they know that they don't come easy and they don't come often. So you gotta celebrate that.
Right. So yeah, most definitely with that one. If you're thinking of dating, like, what is more important when it comes to dating? Is it the foundation, commitment, I'm just gonna say foundation or commitment. What's important in a relationship?
You gotta have both, but
if you had to pick,
foundation got to be there first, or else you can't get no commitment. So just like my approach when dating, like, and of course, do not listen to me because I'm still single. But so anybody out there that's young, swear to God, do not listen to me because I'm still single. But the whole thing would be just to create, that communication and that foundation of like whatever both of y'all goals is in that situation. Because, no matter if it's toxic or maybe it's not toxic, it's just like, hey, I want to be the husband or the wife, had a family, and if y'all ain't on the same page, it's not gonna work for sure.
See, I feel like you know what you're talking about. I'm just ready for you to say you get married.
One day. I mean, I ain't against it. Like a lot of people think I'll be against it or whatever, but I'm not against marriage. I'm not against dating or commitment. It's just, I work a lot, so sometimes you get disconnected from people. That's all.
Well, that's true. But your lifestyle, yes. All right, let me find something else. What's something that you want to share that nobody knows?
I'm a very, very quiet person. A lot of people don't know that. They see me.
Obvious.
Very quiet, very to itself, very reserved. But in the line of work that I do, I have to be outgoing and personable. So I guess one of the things that I would want people to know, heavy into sports, heavy into teaching and just building the next generation up. And a lot of people don't know that I'm really heavy into giving back. So I'm always doing like a toy drive or a giveaway or a stop the violence event or anything to help like the next generation. If I'm mentoring them or, taking people underneath my wing, like I always do that because I just remember when I was coming up in music or just coming up in life in general, then I didn't have nobody like those type of people to talk to or even those type of people to set goals for. So like when I looked at it, I always looked at like people that I didn't know, like Russell Simmons and Kevin Liles and Diddy and stuff like that. And then later on in life, as I built myself, I got a chance to know those people and work with those people. But, at first it was like, who can I go to in Cleveland? Who can I go to in the Midwest to be like, to be that mentor? And, but I always give back though, for sure. Like food giveaways, stop the violence events, all kind of stuff. So I go to high schools and talk to the kids, all that kind of stuff.
Okay. So what do you think this world needs for it to change? Whether it's in the music industry to help, like what do you think this world to make the world a better place?
We just need to start eating better. We need to start working out more, moving around more, and just learn better communication and understanding. You know what I'm saying? So, I was down there at the rallies and in the marches, just fighting for our rights and the next generation, right? Because they ain't that's right now. It's about the kids. So we got to make sure that life is better than ours. And, and then I think a lot of people, once they get money, they kind of distance themselves from a lot of stuff. But and this the stuff that you need to speak up about because your money and your wealth it lets you get a voice and tax paying and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
So I have a quick question for you. Do you feel like with the COVID and everything that happened and then police brutality happened with the George Floyd, do you think it would have got as much recognition as it did if everybody was not distracted with their jobs and the things that they normally distracted with? Do you think it would have got worldwide attention?
Yeah. Because it was people that was angry. I was angry. And at the end of the day, like, it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. It's a lot of people that's being mistreated. And I just think build up and people were getting frustrated. So yeah, I thought that, it was bound to happen. Then you take away a lot of people's financial, well-being, then yeah, it's definitely gonna get hard. It's definitely gonna get frustrating. So, that's real. It's real. Like life real, man. So people just think it's like partying and not giving back. And people know when you're giving back to them, and people know when you're just taking and misleading them. So
true.
Yeah.
So with this new angle, with the world starting to finally open back up, do you feel like this is a good time for like new artists and like different people in the industry to break out, be on the scene and do new and different ventures?
It's definitely going to lead to new ventures. It's definitely going you're going to see a lot of new talent emerge. It's definitely time to get active. So, so a lot of people that were expecting that big year from last year might have that big year this year. And I think there's going to be festivals. I think there's going to be touring again. People can go check out a live concert. And even like yesterday, I was at the basketball game in Detroit, and it was only like a couple thousand people there. So, I think like, of course, they're going to probably open it up to the outside festivities faster, but just concerts and having a good time.
Most definitely. So I know you probably watch Versus. Do you?
Yeah, I watch Versus. I'm doing a Heff versus Tezzie Versus right now.
I'm dead. I don't think you want no smoke with me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't rap though, so I can sing, but I can't rap.
But are you a
I'm too corny.
You're a karaoke queen. That's all I need to know.
Oh, I bomb some karaoke. Let's go to karaoke. I'm bomb. I bomb it too. I do my little Jodeci.
That's how I know you off. You off.
No. Jodeci is like, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh no. Stick to my day job. I'm gonna just stick to the talk show. I think that's what I should do. No, I do want to take some vocal lessons though.
That's good. Like, I think that at this age, you got the world in the palm of your hands. Like, you should really try any and everything that you want to try now, and then let that settle in. And once you start to get, into your role of what you want to do, then it's gonna happen. So, and I'm a strong person in speaking things into existence. So,
yes,
you gotta keep going and let people know what you want to do, and then things gonna start to fall in line for you.
Yes, most definitely. So what would you tell someone that say me, for instance, what advice would you give to me? Not everybody else. I'm gonna say me.
I'd be like, listen, Tezzie, you gotta make sure that when you're doing this TV show, you edit it like it's on TV. And I think that you should research, like, people know when you take the time to research people. So if you research people and find out what they likes, don't likes, you know what I'm saying? You might Google or YouTube a couple past interviews of theirs and see, what they've talked about on there, so you can go in the opposite direction. The other thing I would just tell you is, same thing, just build your team, because not everybody gonna make it through that whole journey with you. But if you get some like-minded people that see your vision and you see their vision and y'all can help each other out in the process, it's a win-win. And then find you outlets for your show. So whether you partner with a media outlet, of course, YouTube is going to be your friend, but that means you got to do all the work in constructing that fan base. So maybe you can do it and partner with a media outlet first before you try to get on television, just so you can build that base and content around you, so you can get comfortable in the things that you're going to ask, whatever segments you're going to do, and you got to make it a show. That's all.
Thank you. Thanks for that word of advice. So the party scene. I know in hip hop it's like it's party. When these stars, they do they really be friends? Like when they go, they all be at the same events. Like, do a lot of them be friends or not really? They just associates in the business.
Associates. Some of them are friends, but a lot of them are associates. And a lot, everybody just running. So sometimes people are just trying to figure it out. I guess, that's the best way for me to say it. Like, like if I'm running and I'm doing my Heff tour and I got this artist with me or whatever, half of them artists, they might communicate or see each other on social media, but you're usually in 4 or 5 cities every week, running, doing what you got to do, making sure some paper come in or you getting promoted the right way. And nah, some of them just associates. So to answer your question.
Okay. Explain your career in 3 words.
Loyalty, passion, rewarding.
Why rewarding?
You see it?
I was so waiting for you to say that.
No, it's rewarding because I really did what I said I wanted to do, which was one was elevate the music scene in Ohio. Seeing people that I started out with or have careers, and open up opportunities for other people. So, I went on from promoting and marketing artists to now signing and developing artists. And so it's just rewarding, and like you got to challenge yourself because, sometimes it's easy to just get pigeonholed and stay in a comfort zone. But I'm going to challenge myself every year to pick up something new, pick up something fresh, and, whether it be talent or taking on a different occupation. So sometimes I might learn social media. Sometimes I might have a TV show. Sometimes I might have a movie or a docu-series, something. I'm going to do something different that's going to help me get better. That's it.
I just want to say thank you so much for coming. Thank you. I'm definitely going to get you on the show.
Yeah, I'm excited. Got on the couch. I'm sure next time you're going to have some good questions for me. You might.
I'll see. Next time it's going to be very deep. I'm going to go real deep and personal. I'm going to hit the bag next time.
You only go as personal as I answer. I can say
not right exactly that personal. Not like that, no.
I tell you, the question that slipped up on was you didn't ask me if I ever dated any celebrities or artists.
Did you?
I'm no comment now. You should have got the tea when it was all ears.
Dang. Well, that was the one question I ever had in my head, and I just it's okay. I'll ask it another time.
No.
Tezzie on the couch coming. But no, all jokes aside, thank you once again. I'm gonna definitely see you in the city, see you around, of course. Let them know where they can find you.
You can find me on social media on Instagram. It's BIGHEFF Midwest, Big Heff MidWest Fresh. If you like to see it in a picture format, but if you're on Twitter, it's BIGHEFF. BigHeffIndustryTour.com, Capital Structure ENT.com. Just, somebody, a Midwest kid that really believes in the Midwest. So let's get it.
And for the people that want to be artists, are you signing any artists now?
Yes.
Are open? Okay, you guys hear it now. If you guys want to be an artist, where can they send their demos or anything to you?
Send it to Heff@CapitalStructureENT.com. Heff@CapitalStructureENT.com. I really be going through the emails, talking back to people, seeing what they're doing, the whole nine. So, and be on the lookout for my guy from Black Ink Chicago. He has a new project that's dropping. My young boy Watson Marlon, the new project that's dropping. DJ Ryan Wolf has a new project that's dropping, and then Ty Bree has a new project that's dropping. So yeah, for sure. So I got
out of his artists.
And then I started a management company too. So I've been picking up my management hat a little bit.
Woo, yes. So get in tune with Big Heff Midwest. Make sure you guys follow him on Instagram @Big Heff Midwest. And thank you once again for coming on the show. And see you guys next time on Tezzie on the Couch. Bye.